What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Oh my gosh, I had to do it. Sorry guys, not sorry. Alright, I'm kidding. It's okay. You don't need to click off the video. It's alright guys, it's alright. Welcome back to another Stepping Stone. I'm your host, Mr. Stone. And today, excuse the laughter, it's actually a bit of a more serious video. Again, I'm feeling a little nervous because my last video kind of blew up relatively to my channel. So I feel like there's more eyes on me. I feel like I'm like in an auditorium and like people have come in and sat down and are watching me. But I'm gonna just do what I've been doing this whole time, which is just taking it a stepping stone at a time and just trying my best, alright? So in that last video, basically talked about why I feel like the US is collapsing, whether it's economic, socially, politically, or otherwise. It's by far one of my best performing videos now, and I feel like it's really had me thinking and reflecting. I really appreciate all the comments. People shared many different perspectives, questions, ideas, and it left me realizing that it feels like there's like a void, right? Like, I think a lot of people are feeling apathetic, or they're feeling concerned, they're feeling scared. They feel like they know that things are going terribly, but it feels like a lot of people don't really know what to do about it, or aren't really at the stage of doing anything about it. So I wanted to start by saying, America, wake the fuck! Oh my goodness me. You know, ignorance is bliss. I think a lot of people still want to close their eyes and not look, but I kind of see it this way. It's like you're on a train. The train is heading off a cliff, and you can either close your eyes, not look out the window, and pretend nothing's going wrong, or you can be like, guys, like, we're heading off a cliff. Like, what do we do? What are we gonna do? We need to do something, right? And I feel like a lot of people want to do something, but they feel powerless. And a lot of that, I feel like, is by design. I feel like we live in a system that distracts us and drains us and exhausts us. Everyone's busy just trying to survive, and it's only getting worse. But I also know that there are those of us who are more blessed and more privileged, like myself. I'm definitely not rich, not by any means. I would actually be below the poverty line in the US. But I'm here in China. And the truth of the matter is, I have the mental capacity, I have the awareness, and I feel that I have tools at my disposal that can help others. And I feel like that's what I realized with my last video. You know, I didn't really know how it would go. I mean, in the video, I feel like I probably at some point questioned whether anyone's even watching on the other side of the screen. But I can confidently say that I feel like there's probably a lot of people right here. And to you, right there, I say, let's go, bro. Gear up, let's go. I think it's time we meet the moment. You know, I am scared. It's true. It's true. I'll be honest. might not seem like it, but I feel like you kind of need some level of like distance from what is happening and the implications, right? But I also feel it's very important to be clear-eyed and realistic about what we're seeing. You know, I feel like things are just getting so ridiculous, and it's that classic quote from 1984. Then the party told you to reject the evidence of your eyes and ears. It was their final, most essential command. That's one of my favorite quotes, and I've been seeing it a lot lately, and I feel like it's very relevant because the level of gaslighting these days is just crazy, man. Take the Epstein situation, for example. I'll talk about that a little later. But basically, I want to focus more on what do we do now, right? It's clear that a lot of people want to do something, but they don't really know what to do. And, you know, I feel like a big ethos of my channel is being the change I want to see. I know, it's super cliche. I know. You don't need to tell me, guys. But things are cliche for a reason, right? As my friend said the other day. It's true. It's true. And I feel like it's a lot easier said than done, of course. And that's the thing with a lot of things. The answers are oftentimes really quite simple. But it's not the answer that people get stuck on. It's usually I feel like, emotions and perhaps the strategies. And I feel like in my work, my inner works, my personal work, my YouTube channel for the past year and a half or so, I feel like I have been practicing and growing in a way that allows me to meet the moment and to do what's in my capacity and use my tools to try to help, to do my part. And it's a very big world. It can be very easy to feel completely powerless and just want to give up. I just want to see it all burn. And I understand it. I really do. And maybe some of you are still at that point. Maybe some of you still don't feel ready to take action. And that's all right, man. Hey, man, it's out of my control, bro. And that's the thing, really. I think oftentimes, including, this is something I struggle with so much, I would put so much time and energy into things outside of my control. And, I accept myself for it. I'm compassionate with myself. A lot of it had to do with social traumas and stuff. And, I feel like for a long time, I would want to take action on things, but I would look around me and try to get other people on board. Whether that's social justice stuff or doing what's right or even just living my life as I want to, I feel like a lot of times I would get stuck waiting for others to join me before doing it. And now the pendulum has completely swung. And I feel like I aim for and continue to grow into someone who does exactly what I want and exactly what I believe in. That is the goal. And it's a very blessed feeling. It truly is. And I still love doing things with others. I still love my friends and family. And sometimes I still feel sad when people don't do stuff with me. But I've also gotten very used to and comfortable and proud of myself for doing things on my own. I feel like the reality of the time we're living in is that no one is coming to save us. If we all just look around or look to Congress or look to the Supreme Court to save us, to protect us, it's looking dubious, guys. It's looking dubious. It's looking super freaking dubious. And I think people are getting more and more frustrated and exasperated and angry. And I think that's a good thing. I'm scared about how some people might release and respond to that anger. But I hope and do believe that most Americans are truly well-meaning people who believe in the America that America was supposed to be. Right? I feel like we've lost our way, and I just feel like so many institutions are no longer serving the people. That was supposed to be first and foremost what we do, right? But I feel like everything's been corrupted, man. Corrupted and politicized. Supreme Court, why? What are we doing? Why is it lifetime appointments? It's not even selected by the people. Congressmen, Senate, it's so ridiculous, dude. I remember being a kid and back in my day, the parties actually worked together. Do you remember that? I know it's kind of crazy. It's kind of radical. But there was, for the most part, attempts to work together on things. For the issues that were more extreme or there were bigger differences, you wouldn't really see crossing of the aisles. People would kind of stand firm. But now that's just the norm, dude. There's no attempt to cooperate. And it's not a matter of being oh, well, we should just cooperate. Some people will probably be Mr. Stone, I'm not cooperating with those monsters, blah, blah, blah. I understand the sentiments, but I feel like most people are not hateful by nature. I think a lot of us are very angry and resentful, and we look for people to blame it on, or I guess we just feel desperate to find something within our control that we can try to influence. But I really do feel and believe that it's really going to come down to each and every one of us as an individual. A couple weeks ago, I talked about the revolution or protests in Indonesia, which super one sentence version is huge amount of corruption and wealth inequality and wealth gap. Resentful people protested, burned buildings, got a lot of change. Not really sure how it's developing now, but if you haven't heard, breaking news, in the past 24 hours, 48 hours, there's been another revolution in Nepal. Pretty similar story. A lot of corruption. People are very fed up. They try to ban all social media, or a bunch of social media. And the youth rose up, man. And, some CIA agent may be watching this and be like, oh, we got him. He's calling for a revolt, an insurrection. Arrest him. To that, I say, I don't know, bro. I don't know. Oh my goodness me. Look, I will say this. I really hope that that's not what it takes. That it doesn't take literal violence and massive protests against, I guess, our government directly. People going to the White House. That sounds like a disaster waiting to happen. But as I said last video, change happens in the hearts and in the minds. And I believe that that's what we need to focus on. It's okay to worry. It's okay to feel anxious, to feel scared. Wherever you're at, man, it's all right, man. It's okay. I'm all about radical acceptance. I think it's a very important thing. So I accept you where you're at. And I feel like we're all different. We all have different tools at our disposal. And we're all just one person. But we have so much more power and influence than we ever allow ourselves to believe. I think in the past, I would fear a lot being judged for being egotistical. That's not my focus here, but, just as an example, my last video brought a lot of people together. And a lot of people engaged with me. I try to respond to everyone. A lot of people engage with each other. And it was really cool. It's something I've dreamed of for a very long time. Building a community around something I actually believe in and care about and am passionate about. And it seems like for the most part, everyone recognizes the severity of what's going on. And I think it's time we meet the moment. We're not responsible for everything. We're all just one person, but there's a lot we can do. I hope everyone can stay well, protect their peace. I think there's a lot of things that are important besides engaging civically. I feel like it's also very important to keep a positive attitude. Try and eat well, sleep well, don't doom scroll. Try not to doom scroll. Just do your best. Do your best. Accept yourself where you are. It's about progress, not perfection, okay? I hope you can trust yourself and be compassionate with yourself and just do what you can. It's very stressful. Some people have very stressful lives. Some people are disabled. Others are maybe unemployed, maybe dealing with mental health issues, maybe dealing with major life events. We're all in different places, but we're also all responsible for the future of our country and of our children and of our family, of our friends. And I feel like there's still a lot we can do, whether it's talking with family and friends, having conversations, making videos like this, talking about it on social media. I feel like in the past I would be so scared to do stuff like this because I felt like people were gonna shit on me and be like, oh, he's woke. Oh, he's just virtue signaling. He doesn't care. And I let that control me for a very long time. But no longer, guys. Ow. No longer. And I think radical times call for radical action. Volunteer, build community, talk to neighbors, try and get fresh air, Go for walks. If you can afford therapy, go to therapy. I don't know. Whatever it is, man. Everyone is different. And I truly believe that we have all the answers we need within ourselves. There's so much noise, so much distraction out there. And I feel like ultimately we need to start looking inwards rather than outwards. There's nothing we have more control over than ourselves and our own actions, right? And I hope that you guys can join me in doing your part. Nobody can save us, but we can save ourselves. It's true. I know. It's kind of radical. It's kind of crazy. But I do believe so. I hope so. I choose to believe so. Truth is a choice, guys. I believe. I believe there's no objective truth. I believe we get to choose what to believe. And that's what I choose to believe. And we'll see what happens. Hoping for the best. But it is what it is. I was going to talk about the whole Epstein thing. I'll just say this, guys. I think our president's a child diddler. Oh my goodness, man. Just absurdity. When is enough enough? That's the question to ask yourself. And if you're someone who feels that enough is enough already, then let's get to work. Let's do our part. I guess that's it. I feel like I'm rambling a bit. And that's okay. Another stepping stone down. I feel pretty good about this. I hope that someone out here felt inspired or entertained or found some value in this. My hope is that I galvanize you guys. Funnily enough, you guys really galvanized me. I feel like I really thought and reflected a lot about what everyone said. So thank you guys. It's also weird to start addressing my audience because I feel like this is the first point in a while where I feel like I have an audience. But welcome, guys. If you're new here, here's my mission statement. I'm on a mission to inspire people to be more curious, connected, and understanding of themselves, each other, and the world around them so they may live a more authentic, healthy, and fulfilling life. I'm thinking about throwing the word harmonious in there because that's kind of part of what this is all about. A more peaceful, more harmonious life. To be unafraid to dream and to be unrelenting in the pursuit of their dreams. For a very long time, it's been my dream to have a YouTube channel where I can do what I truly want to do, and not in like a superficial way, like a very deep, meaningful yearning. And I feel like it's finally coming to fruition. So I feel very proud of myself, very grateful, very blessed, and very blessed that you guys, that there are people out there who are willing to listen to me talk and make a fool of myself for 20 minutes. Oh, man. Alright, guys. That's about it. Thanks for watching. Peace. Fist bump.